This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Number One Super announces 2022 financial results. Women encouraged to tap into the ICT sector. And NRL club Dolphins invite SP Hunters Moria Moria and Rodrigue Tai. A very good evening. You're watching National EMTV News. I'm Godwin Eki. Thank you for joining us. Young women in school have been encouraged to pursue a career in the information communication technology space. Minister for ICT Timothy Masiu said females must also participate in equal opportunities and new and innovative ideas in the cyberspace in PNG.
Female students of various schools and educational institutions in Port Moresby, including women working in the cyberspace, all gathered this morning at the Stanley Hotel to commemorate International Girls in ICT Day, hosted by the National Information and Communications Technology Authority, or NICTA. Minister for ICT Timothy Masiu challenged especially the female students to perform to their best academically if they want a promising career in ICT. He gave emphasis on three main goals.
1. Encourage girls and young women to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM. 2. Inspire girls and young women to work in STEM careers. And 3. Encourage the community and promote collaboration through partnership.
Chairman of NICTA Board, Noel Mobiha, elaborated on the NICTA Girls in ICT Scholarship Program, encouraging grade 12 female students to apply.
To be able to get into the NICTA radar, you would need a B average in grade 12. And failing that, a C grade average. And not only that, I think you need to be in the science. You must not come in with a page that's already written with notes. You come in with a blank sheet of paper. NICTA will culture you.
One of the participants, Katrina Tess Ignatius, said the perception of a male-dominated field must change as more women move into the field of ICT. She is determined to complete her studies this year and apply for the NICTA Girls in ICT Scholarship next year. This is her message to her peers.
Even if ICT is a field that was recognized only for men, like now us as females, we are also going to get recognized for it. And this is like a very big encouragement that like we should try and do something that is not always meant for men, but also for women as well. Like we shouldn't try to do something that was put on us, like it was like generalized, like it's gendered that this is for men and this is for female. We should try something outside and try to show people that we are not only meant to do this, but we can also do that. And like don't give up, just try and you'll see your success at the end.
The NICTA Girls in ICT Scholarship Program started in 2012 and has seen a total of 11 females beneficiaries in this initiative by NICTA. The theme for this year is Digital Skills for Life. Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
2 females are amongst 46 male counterparts who have successfully passed all the phases of the 2023 recruitment drive for the cadet officer position and will go into training soon. One of the successful female candidates is Matilda Cholai Pagal, who holds a Bachelor in Business Accounting from the University of Goroka.
This is Matilda. We caught up with her at the Whittleflin Courts today. She has just been successfully selected in the 2023 recruitment drive for the cadet officer in NCD. Being a customer care agent with a telco company, Matilda admits that the process thus far has been challenging but rewarding.
The tests, it was okay. Screening process was fine. It's just to check if you are eligible for the role of the cadet. For the medical test, it was okay, but it was actually a good thing that they tend to check. They have the drug test, it's a good thing to pick out people that tend to take in drugs. So it's actually a good implementation for the drug test. For the physical training, it's a tough one, but for some of us that we play sports, it's fine for us for physical training. We can endure that.
When asked what motivated her to become a police officer, this was her response.
I want to be a role model for the ladies as well. So ladies can do men's work, yes, not men only. Good to stand up for your rights and show the men that us women too, we can do things.
Her message to fellow female Papua New Guineans is to never give up in what you intend to achieve and always strive for the best, even if in a situation that does not encourage you. Matilda holds a Bachelor in Business Accounting at the University of Goroka. Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
195 graduates from the School of Law at the University of Papua New Guinea have been challenged to improve the country's mining, environmental laws, amongst others, upon receiving their degrees and diploma certificates today. Keynote speaker Lady Winifred Kamit, senior partners at Denton's P&G during today's graduation ceremony, challenged the young graduates to maintain good behaviors and attitude to serve the country and the people after completing their 6 months course at LTI and sitting the bar exam. 181 graduates received their Bachelor of Law degrees and 14 graduates received their diploma certificates in law prosecution. Meanwhile, the 68th graduation ceremony for the School of Medicine and Health Sciences will be held tomorrow, which will conclude the 5-day UPNG graduation ceremony. The traditional landowners of our nation's capital have always been sidelined in their own land for far too long, and after 47 years, this will now change. Whilst preserving the authentic Motu Koita lifestyle, villages in the Motu Koitabu area will have a facelift. These were the words of Prime Minister James Marape on the official unveiling of the Motoreya Health Centre in Hanwabada on Tuesday.
The Honourable James Marape MP, may I ask all of you to rise?
A saddened Prime Minister James Marape admitted that not much service has been given to the traditional landowners of the nation's capital, whose existence intertwines with the capital city.
I just feel bad that we're here at this moment. This sort of facility could have been built many, many years ago. The wonderful people of Hanobada, the people of Elavala, the people of Tatana, Baruni, the people of Wabukori, the people of Kirakira, the people of Pari, they have given this wonderful, their wonderful land, the traditional land for our nation's capital to be built on, and they remain marginalized on the side. I just feel guilty representing governments of today and governments of past that we have not given them much respect, especially in matters in relation to basic services. And I feel a little bit sad, guilty, embarrassed.
Marape gave his assurance that his government will now look at refocusing and including Motu Koitabuans in service delivery. PM Marape stated that villages from Hanwabada, Elevala, Baruni, Tatana and other surrounding Motu Koita villages will be included in a major facelift, including suburbs of the city, in preparation for the country's 50th anniversary.
You have given sufficient resource to our city. You have given, including the human resources you've given to our city and to our country. And you deserve this, and in fact, much, much more. And this is the start of a refocus to the big village, refocus to Motu Koita, and refocus in cleaning up our city in preparation for our country to live beyond 50 years of nationhood as we arrive in 2025.
Prime Minister Marape was speaking at the official launch of the construction and ward naming of the proposed Motoreya Health Centre. The proposed Motoreya Health Centre is an Australian-funded project at the cost of 35 million kina and is anticipated to be completed in 18 months' time. Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
The Porgera Mine Consolidated Impacted Landowners Working Group wants the government to address the issues of abuse, breaches in tenement agreements and land rentals as part of the legacy issues. The landowners also want the government to explain when the 210 million kina allocated in the 2022 supplementary budget to clear a backlog of claims accrued during Porgera mine operations will be paid.
The legacy issues relate to outstanding rentals, non-inclusion in the riverine water rate payments, as well as the environmental damages and human rights abuses emanating from the operations of Porgera Gold Mine. Some of these cases, registered 25 to 30 years, have remained outstanding, with the Landowner Association now hiring a consultancy firm to assist them with their claims.
My good Prime Minister, you are proponent of the Take Back PNG team. The Take Back PNG team is about taking something that was lost and giving back to the people. The people here, who these associations represent, they represent something that they have sacrificed and given for the state interest.
Pike and Landowners Association Chairman Thomas Petale said the continued delay in settling the legacy issues would delay the resumption of the new Porgera gold mine, as the claimants were custodians of the installations such as the power supply lines, tailings, access roads, water supply and airstrip. The Landowners Associations reserve the right to take legal action by way of court orders and have given the government a deadline for their response.
Nami aramo samdisla 121 128 emol get it in finish. Me no talk right long. Me no give him grand blow me go law. Company or government it. This is customary land blow me. Now this is 210 million is here. And blow me that's all. Resettlement and package blow me. Lord late blow me and this is money blow me.
While the landowners are grateful for the Marape Rosso government's 2022 supplementary budgetary allocation of 210 million kina for backlog of claim for legacy issues pertaining to the mine, they are asking for clarity when it comes to how the payment will be distributed.
Now Pablo this legacy issue na liya na talk to start blow money blow outstanding payment blow. So now again you cooperate again with them Barik na you'd sign him agreement. No operating Porgera gold mine. So you talk to one them Papa Grano so one. National government, Barik, Judla must work a clear position. Now come out and talk to one them landowners.
The Porgera Mine Impact Landowner Associations commend the Riverine Association's press statement done last week by the leader Peter Papo. They also acknowledge and thank the good member for Lake Copiago, William Bando, for his question on the floor of Parliament during the last Parliament sitting, raising the issue of environmental damage. The group also supports senior statesman and New Ireland Provincial Governor Julius Chan on the proposition for amendments for the Mining Act for landowner equity and fair participation. Rocky Iso, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. The short-term business visa has been activated by the Department of Immigration Citizenship Authority this month. According to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister responsible for Immigration and Citizenship Authority, John Rosso, this will bring in more trade and investment into the country.
The announcement was made last week, flanked by Chief Migration Officer Stanis Hulahau and Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Tachenko. Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso said this will greatly help the country in terms of business opportunities, investment and trade.
It is critical that we have the multiple entry business visa, because due to the fact that there's a lot of businesses, not only from Australia, countries like New Zealand and a few other countries that do business in our country.
Chief Migration Officer also shared the same sentiments.
The benefits will now go to those people, businessmen and women and people who have interest in our country to travel multiple times within the 12 months, but can live in our country for 60 days in any one time that they travel into the country.
This decision came about as a collaborative effort with the Department of Foreign Affairs. Minister responsible, Justin Tachenko, explained that this will greatly benefit both Australia and Papua New Guinea. Minister Tachenko took the opportunity to elaborate on the progress of the PNG-Australia Security Treaty.
We also have the Security Treaty officials from Australia here in Papua New Guinea, in Port Moresby, with our line agencies and Foreign Affairs and Immigration, finalising and going through the Security Treaty texts and documents to finalise those for both Prime Ministers to sign by June. Our deadline is April the 30th.
Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
The Managing Director of the National Agricultural Quarantine and Inspection Authority, Joel Alu, has confirmed that there was no budget allocation for Nakia this year. He further stated that Nakia had no money to fund the Biosecurity Aquatic Laboratory Capacity Building project that was launched yesterday by the Australian government, who funded the project through the PNG Australia Partnership.
In 2020, when Nakia launched the Laboratory Capacity Program, the Australian government announces 7 million kina to fund Nakia for these activities. And from that component, they have a lab cap for aquatic biosecurity, which is marine products. They will establish their capacity to diagnose this and test before marine products are exported to overseas markets. Nakia Managing Director says, since 1st of January this year, no funds have been coming to Nakia.
So since January this year, 1st of January this year, no funds have been coming to Nakia. We have been collecting fees of money through what they call a weekly sweep. Since almost 4 months now, we have not been collecting our money. Our money is still sitting there, and what we roll over from last year's funds, we might be exhausting within the next 3 months. That's what I said, within the next 3 months. So I hope the Finance Department and the government comes good to us to releasing our funds held at the bank BSP.
However, their responsible minister is aware of this, and he is very supportive.
It's communicating. Our minister is supportive for this. Our request for Finance Department to give us the money. Our minister Ayatambu, he has been communicating with his brother minister Rainbow Paita, Minister of Finance. So at the political level, but at the administrative level, I've been trying to talk to the department officials at the Finance Department. They've been telling us that the bill that was amended last year, the Public Money Regularization Act bill, which was amended, has not been certified by the Speaker. So therefore, the funds are being held back. Until it's certified, they will release the funds. They will get their component. The government, the Finance Department will get the component of the funds that's held. That's 15%. They will remit 85% to our account, and that does not happen.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The Office of the Industrial Registrar has declared the election result, which was conducted over the past few months through secret ballots for new office bearers of the PNG Energy Workers Association. The new executives were declared yesterday afternoon by the appointed returning officer in Port Moresby.
The new executives will now take charge of the union with so many issues that the association is dealing with. This was further explained by the spokesman of the association, Anton Sekum.
From this moment on, we made such a new course how we will deal with those issues, and mostly issues affecting Papua New Guineans and their families who are employed by PNG Power Limited and other energy providers in the country.
The returning officer declared the names of the new executives.
Hereby declare the results as prescribed here under the National Executive Committee, President Alex Russell, Senior Vice President Benedict Seni, Vice President Electrical Alex Katakum, Vice President Gas, Oil and Petroleum Patrick Pahina,
The new national president of the PNG Energy Workers Association, Alex Russell, stressed that with this union they can make PNG power more reliable again. He also says water supply has been unsteady due to the recent joint between Edaranu and Water PNG, but they are working on it.
Workers are the ones that are actually driving the tools. We'll do it because we will have worker support who will then enable management to work with us to deliver reliable power supply to our people.
The Vice President of PNG Trade Union Congress, Caspar Mondo, encouraged all the new executives that as union leaders they need to fight for changes in the organizations.
Union is a very challenging work. Some of us are new, but we managed to go through these challenges. NEGD and PNG Power is one of those, you miss a parablo headline every time stuff, so it's, as the President has already stressed that, it's incumbent upon us to actually do some changes as unit.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Despite the economic times being faced, it's good news for Number One Super Limited members, with the Super Fund announcing a 144 million kina net profit for the year 2022. NSL Chairman Reginald Monagi has made the announcement today in a press conference in downtown Port Moresby.
While both these investments may currently be experiencing...
The Chairman Reginald Monagi said despite facing several tough economic challenges, the fund worked tirelessly to deliver the following results for its members.
Through our investment returns, the fund achieved a net profit of 144 million kina. As a profit to members fund, these profits have been distributed to our members by applying a crediting rate of 1.6% to its member accounts.
Chairman Monagi highlighted the challenges being faced in NSL's performance in 2022 is both from the internal and external factors. 4 external factors that affected the fund was due to the high global inflation, rise in fuel and energy prices. On the local front, the introduction of the additional company tax on BSP Financial Group was also affected the fund's results.
Those reduced profits for 2022 can be attributed primarily to the valuation losses of our offshore and local investments, which totaled 248 million. That is nearly a 3% reduction in crediting rate.
Despite these challenges, NSL has continued to deliver to its members a total of 1 billion kina membership payouts through exits and many more.
Number One Super aims to continue pushing for changes that ensure superannuation is more accessible, member savings are better protected for the purpose of retirement.
Mr. Monagi said 2023 will be another tough year for the fund's offshore and local investments due to the continued unfavorable state of the global economy. He assured all its members that despite this, their funds will be safe with NSL. Cynthia Maku, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, over 30,000 Number One Super Limited members will continue to benefit from the fund. Chairman for NSL, Reginald Monagi, said NSL had supported its members in delivering positive outcomes for its members.
The Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Barry.
Number One Super Limited Chairman Reginald Monagi said over 30,000 members have been paid their benefits, housing advance, exit payouts and many more throughout the course of 2022.
Despite the tough economic climate, NSL continued its work as a trustee to ensure that over 30,000 members receive benefit payments totaling an unprecedented 1 billion kina. This is the highest ever payout of member benefits for any PNG superannuation fund.
Mr. Monagi said this is an achievement for Number One Super despite economic challenges. He assured all members that their members' funds are safe with NSL.
This is quite a significant achievement for Number One Super, as it shows clearly that regardless of economic conditions or social factors, our members' funds will always remain safe with us and will be available to them as soon as they are ready to retire.
Alongside the mandated services, NSL is also doing capacity building by providing to its members financial literacy.
In 2022, NSL delivered the FLT to more than 3,000 members, which was almost a tenfold increase from 394 trained in 2021, and over 700 more than our 2022 target of 3,000.
NSL encourages all its members to continue prioritizing their savings and developing their financial management skills to be financially independent in building a better future. Cynthia Maku, National EMTV News.
And now taking a look at the Nest Fund market report, the kina closed unchanged at 0.2840 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying 0.2765 US dollars, 0.4157 Australian dollars, 0.2428 euro, 36.49 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copra closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break with more stories. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. Ongoing law and order problems in Western Province need to be reduced to maintain peace and harmony. Alcohol-related incidents and smuggling of marijuana, among others, have been on the rise, especially along the border areas. According to locals in North Flight District, their safety has been compromised by these ongoing problems and must be addressed accordingly.
Alcohol consumption has been on the rise in Kiunga recently, and this behavior needs to be stopped as it is contributing more to social law and order problems. These problems have also been reported in Ningrum local level government, including the settlements around Tabubil town and villages along the Kiunga-Tabubil highway, as well as along the Fly River. Concerned residents from this area say town authorities and community leaders must work together with police officers to combat such issues. Youths in North Flight District are also being urged not to involve in illegal activities that will destroy their future. In a recent interview with the Provincial Police Commander for North Flight Command, Senior Inspector Oina Afeke, police manpower is limited and cannot do proper policing in all places. Therefore, the onus also lies on the hands of local residents to help reduce these problems. Local residents, especially the Awin, Yengom, Ningrum, and Farewell, are encouraged to work together with their village councillors for change. This will help reduce such problems to maintain peace. Currently, Kiunga Town has seen an increased number of people and business activities. Hence, such issues not addressed can affect the development of North Flight District and Western Province as a whole. Jim John, National EMTV News.
The two opposing leaders of the Billy Moya Landowners Association of the K92 mining project have reconciled with each other in the interest and benefit of their people. Former chairman of the association, Neneti Nesai, and the incumbent Johnson Urinke put their differences aside in a reconciliation ceremony which took place at Billy Moya Village, Kainantu District, Eastern Highlands Province.
Mr. Neneti Tesai and Mr. Johnson Urinke have been at loggerheads for 5 years over the position of chairmanship of the association. This leadership tussle has over the years resulted in the destabilization of progress on issues pertaining to mine-derived benefits and other issues. The issues that have needed leadership attention and progress include 10% of royalty that is supposed to be released to the local SDA mission as tight, various disputes between the different clans, internal court battles, and the observation of the Sabbath fate. The two leaders apologized to the people and to each other and signed a peace agreement between them to signify their commitment to work together going forward.
We're going to court battle inside of 5 years Mr. making all keta line blomi yuk simbagarap mito big na sorry now me by making one thing Johnson doing care.
They acknowledged that the issue had stalled the people's progress and undertook to withdraw court cases against each other in the interest of the people's progress and development.
Apology lobby of people of Pilemoya. Mi sanaplo court na mi blokim wai blokisim service lo maki mouse lo deleti na mi tupla bitok sorry.
The Mineral Resources Authority intervened in the 5 years-long dispute between the two leaders and facilitated the ceremony. The authority made available 200,000 kina to the association. Out of this amount, 100,000 kina was spent on organizing the ceremony, and the other 100,000 kina will go towards organizing the landowners in preparation for stakeholder meetings going forward. The executive manager for the Development Coordination of Division of the Mineral Resources Authority, Andrew Gunua, said that the MRA, as the regulator of the mining industry, was happy that the two leaders had come to a compromise for the good of their own people.
This reconciliation ceremony between Johnson Urunke and Neneti Tesai. MRM cry for Bilimoya community.
The reconciliation ceremony was witnessed by representatives from the Eastern Highlands Provincial Government, K92 Mining Limited, Kainantu District Administration, and all 10 clients of the Bilimoya Association. Rocky Iso, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. SPPNG hunters debutants Roderick Tai and Moria Jr. have been invited by the Dolphins NRL team to train with them after they displayed fierce performances in Round 6 of the Queensland Rugby League Host Plus Cup last weekend.
Despite entering the Queensland Rugby League this year, SPPNG Hunters centre Roderick Tai and fullback Moria Jr. are already setting precedents in their stint as their rugby league development unfolds with promising surprises. Following impressive stunts displayed by the duo in QRL Round 6, they have been invited to train with the Dolphins NRL squad on full-time basis for a month while they will be available for lineup on weekends for SP Hunters in QRL Host Plus Cup. As Tai rejoins the Wayne Bennett coached side after having spent the off-season period with them, the 21-year-old Hunters fullback Moria Jr. on the other hand will experience his first taste of NRL level coaching starting this week. Lisa Puni, Trukai Sports.
The Hekari United Football Club has officially announced its academic rollout plan for NCD this week, which is expected to commence come June.
A panel of Hekari United FC executive members spearheaded by their general manager, Voni Capinato, have officially announced their NCD Academy rollout plan in a press conference held this week at the home of Hekari United in Port Moresby. During her address, Voni said she was excited to formally announce that Hekari Academy is now open for Port Moresby, which should kickstart after the Women's Champions League tipped for next month.
Me excited for announcing that our academy will be now open here in Port Moresby in June after our Women's Champions League on the 1st to 10th in June, I believe. Then in the third week of June, Hekari Academy will be open.
General Manager Voni further emphasized on the registration processes involved that parents can take note of when attempting to apply for their children.
To all the parents, because I believe we have the data of all our players from the youngest one, which is to our under 6 up to our under 17. By MIPLA open him up, we have our email, academy emails that MIPLA can release him. They can send all their details. Parents want to be part of our academy again. After this COVID, MIPLA open him again, here, Mosby. And it's a free entry. We've been doing that since 2007.
Team manager of Hekari United, Wira Wama, in his discussions presented that the core aim of the Hekari Academy framework is to enable children to develop their football skill at an early age.
Football and dialogue country. Now, because Nogat base belongan, that's why it's difficult to train him. Time you already old. You need to start from 6 years old and up. Of probably 4 and very important, not only in soccer but any other code sports. You must build him kids up.
With West Sepik as the first and NCD as the second target for the academy rollout plan, the club is optimistic of expanding to other parts of the country. The next province that they are eyeing is East Sepik Province, followed by East New Britain Province, the autonomous region of Bougainville, and Southern Highlands Province. Lisa Puni, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The Capital Rugby Union competition is set to head into its Week 4 matches this weekend, and there will be no love lost between the teams taking the field at Baba Park this weekend. The Valley Hunters will take on the Military Men Defence, and Brothers will continue their rivalry with Crusaders, who will be looking at upsetting the Glamour Club. A match preview was held today at Baba Park, where team captains and coaches of these clubs attended to present their training preparations ahead of the weekend.
Two all-time rivals in the Capital Rugby Union, the Crusaders and the Brothers Rugby Union clubs, have been in battle for 4 consecutive seasons. This weekend, the Bava Park precinct will play host to the tussle between these two clubs as they go head-to-head for the first time this season in the premier grade of the competition. The match preview held today saw the coaches for both teams presenting prerequisite insights to their rivalry ahead of game day this weekend. Coach of the Brothers outfit, Joe Kautu, mentioned that the Crusaders are a young team that is on the rise and they expect to face them on a high note.
Everyone should turn up, watch the game. No secret, Crusaders have been they've improved a lot this season. And I'm expecting a big game from them. And it's no secret where they are, under the ladder. So it should be a good one on Saturday, so make sure everyone turn up and watch.
Crusaders coach Frank Gabby shared the same sentiments to the Brothers' edge.
Our performance, the past performance against Brothers has always been a challenging one. They're a pretty tough side to beat for any team. They're probably the model club in terms of Premier Grade rugby for the last 4 seasons running. So it's always going to be a tough one. Their forwards set up a really good platform for them, and they have the strike power in the backs to definitely turn that platform or that go forward into points. So it's always been a tough one for us against them. But yeah, we're looking to try find ways to get around that this weekend. We know it's going to be a steep challenge for us because obviously they've set the benchmark in terms of where to be at in Premier Grade. So yeah, we've got a challenge ahead of us, but we're definitely looking forward to it.
Meanwhile, other matches will see the Valley Hunters take on the Defence in the men's Premier Grade, along with their women's clubs who will battle it out in the women's division. Lisa Puni, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorm. Daru, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Kerema, few showers and possible thunderstorm. Alatau, some showers and possible thunderstorm. Popondetta, some showers and possible thunderstorm. In the Bomase region, Ley, few showers and possible thunderstorm. Medang, few showers and possible thunderstorm. Wewak and Vanimo becoming cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the New Guinea Islands region, all centers cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Goroka and Kundiawa becoming cloudy with evening showers. Mendi and Wabek cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm.
Update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 27th of April, 2023. From the entire news team, pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.